Old souls seem to find each other. And one of the things that I have noticed, because I have considered myself to be an old soul since I was a little girl, but old souls help each other to unlock memories. Recent conversations with fellow old souls, I have this memory that's been unlocked, and I've been writing about it, and I want to share it with you. And I'd say this memory really engages with imagination and that heart of a child. When I was a little girl, I was given a gift, and this gift has been lost, and it really haunts me to this day. It was a gift by my Russian caregivers. When I lived in Cuba, my father, being a single dad at that time, he had several caregivers for me. And I had caregivers from Cuba, including his girlfriend, Carrie. She helped out. I had German caregivers and Russian caregivers, and they would take me all around Cuba to the beaches, and I had such a wonderful time. And they were also teaching me other languages, like I was learning Russian. Okay, so my Russian caregivers, they gave me a children's book. And it was a Russian children's book. It was very big from what I can remember, like those giant books that you see. And the illustrations were so fantastic from what I can remember from my child's memory. I would be totally enraptured by the illustrations. They looked to be from something like the Byzantine Empire and what you see of Rome. I mean, all of the opulence of everything that they call Tartarian, and just the Russian architecture, the palaces, and the lettering in the book. It was all in Russian letters, but the font was very fancy from what I could remember. And it was a lot of gold throughout the illustrations, lots of gold in the lettering, and just the pages had so much detail. And I can't just emphasize enough how much gold was throughout this book. Now, when I grew older, I asked my mother, where was the book? Because we moved, when I came back from Cuba, my parents were divorced, just long story short. And we lived with my grandparents in West Philadelphia. So they had that, spooky Tartarian basement, sunken basement and stuff. And lots of things were stored in my grandparents' home there in West Philly. So when we moved on, and I guess things got packed up, the book was not there. And my mother, it's hard to keep up with everything. It wasn't something that she would have thought of to be so important to me, I guess. I don't know, but it was lost. And I have a cousin who had gone into my grandparents' home in West Philly before it was sold off to somebody else, and now it's renovated. I think he did get things out of that house, and I need to see, maybe I would get fortunate enough to find this book. Maybe I'm just dreaming right now. Maybe my cousin put things in a box and there's something somewhere in a garage, and I might find this book again. But the one thing I wanted to share about these conversations that I've been having lately with a lot of you old souls is we are helping each other to unpack and recall things in our childhood. And a lot of us, we've found each other because we realize that we have been propagandized about things that divide us when it comes to race, religion, country of origin, and all these things, gender, all of the things that are used to divide and conquer us. We have overcome a lot of these things, and we have a very sacred fellowship, and we are realizing that we are connected through more than blood. It is a DNA that we share, and we have been activated by the Most High Yah, and a lot of us are experiencing healing from a lot of our trauma. And we are coming back into the arms of the Most High Yah and repenting from our betrayal. We have gone after other gods, some of us, and we were never supposed to do these things. And we are being restored. Our minds are being set free from the captivity of being in this realm right now. The lies that we've been enslaved by. We are being set free through the power of Jesus Christ for those that accept his gift. And we're opening up our minds even to things that we would have never thought about. But we're helping each other to figure it out. We're using the scriptures. We're even having courage to read the scriptures like the book of Enoch, the Ethiopian Bible. And a lot of us, we've realized that the maps have been lying to us. Everything has been a lie. We've been told that we are limited. We can't go places. We have this, this circle around us that we're not supposed to leave. But some of us are opening our minds up to realms beyond what we've been taught. Even simple things like there are islands all around us. For example, in Cuba, there are islands beside the main island of Cuba that many people travel to. But people in the United States know nothing about it because you would have to leave from countries like Italy. But there are islands all around Cuba that we know nothing about. And that would be considered lands unknown, terra incognita. There are many lands that are unknown to us. There are realms that are unknown to us. We have been lied to, and some of us are talking about things and, it's starting to make sense. Like, what if it is true that we're in this kind of snow globe? And all around us, this ice wall, we've been told we can't penetrate it. We can't go through. And some people have. They've sailed through. They have stories. Are we just going to say it's all conspiracy? They've gone through different gates and passageways through those ice walls. And they have reported lands unknown. They have engaged with other beings, other people, okay? And a lot of us read children's books that gave us these ideas. They're like these ancient memories for us that get awakened when we engage with our imagination and our child's heart. And we realize that maybe this is the greatest deception, that we are just enclosed by lies, by history that's nothing but fiction, maps that they hide things, lands and things like that. Hidden things. It's, God said whatever was hidden would not remain hidden. And that's what we are experiencing at this time. What was hidden is not hidden anymore from a lot of us that want to know. And ultimately, every rabbit hole should lead you to the Most High Yah. If it doesn't, then it's not a rabbit hole you need to go down. But that is what I'm finding with a lot of old souls. We are coming back to the truth. We're coming back to our Father, the Most High Yah. And we're realizing he didn't leave us in a hot car in the summertime, locked in the car with the windows up. No, We are not trapped, okay? And I want to talk more about that, because this will be a long upload. But a lot of us also, children that had fathers that might have been whispered about, clandestine, okay? Wink, wink, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of us have been recruited to be in clandestine things, and we rejected it. We've been called things like failed experiments. We were the ops. We decided not to take the missions. And we stayed true to what we knew about this world and the lies. And we didn't want to become part of secrets. We wanted to be transparent, to remain transparent. And it led us to the truth. And we embrace the truth. We practice truth. That is speaking truth. We practice it and reject lies. And we are realizing that a lot of us have not just survived trauma, we have thrived. We have been protected from so much. But our trauma led us back home, okay? It really has. We always knew we just didn't feel at home with a lot, but it led us back home. And that really that's the journey right there. A lot of us want to go back home, okay? And our trauma led us to that place, home, and a memory of home. And it gives us hope during these times. And I just want to say and encourage a lot of you fellow old souls that have been through trauma. They label us PTSD and all that. If you have a dad that's been in clandestine things and you grew up in a certain way, a little bit different from others, we find each other. And we are not victims. We are not victims. We are survivors. We are thrivers. And if you need to get back to the Most High Yah, if you are a prodigal that has gone into the lies and propaganda of this system, this prison planet, mind virus, you can come back home. You find yourself a fellow old soul to talk to if you need to process. You go to the scriptures. You go to the Most High Yah. You can call out to him at any time wherever you are. Do it. Do it now.